My name is Caroline Liviakis, and I'm an instructor at ROC Pilates. Today I'm going to guide you through a series of exercises that focus on posture, opening up through the chest, standing up tall, and lifting up through the neck. It's going to be a really quick 15-minute series, some things that you can do as a kind of repeated series throughout your week to get your day started. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started sitting, and what we're going to start with seems like a very small, sometimes insignificant thing, but it's really in a lot of ways the foundation to getting your, what we kind of consider as classical kind of posture. Shoulders back and chest lifted. And that is setting the shoulder blades in the right place. So we always think of in terms of, sitting up tall through here, but that happens through setting the shoulder blades back in the correct place. So we're going to work on our shoulder blades here, and then we'll get the rest of our posture picture put into place. So you're going to start with your arms straight out in front of you. We're just going to get basic movements going in our shoulder blades. So you bring awareness to where they are on your back. So we're going to do protraction, which is your shoulder blades are going to reach apart from each other. So I'm taking my fingertips and I'm reaching them as far forward as possible. So my shoulder blades on my back are going to separate, they're going to slide apart. So I'm reaching as far forward. If you want to see here, I'm sitting up tall, reaching my arms forward, but notice I'm not going into a curve. I'm staying lifted up through my spine, but my shoulder blades have moved. Now I'm going to do retraction, which is the shoulder blades drawing down and in together onto the back, not just down. That's depression of the scapula. So you're going to take your arms straight forward. I'm protracting them apart. I'm spreading those shoulder blades all the way apart from each other. Now I'm retracting the shoulder blades, drawing them in together. So I'm pinching the blades together along my spine. Let's go again. Arms reaching forward, lifting up tall through the neck. Shoulder blades in together, staying lifted up through the spine. Let's go again. Protraction forward, reach those fingertips forward, shoulder blades apart. Now draw the shoulder blades in together. You should feel some heat happening between those shoulder blades. And one more time. All the way forward, reaching. Draw the shoulder blades down and in together. Now, when we're doing this, something to make sure of when you're doing your retraction, the shoulder blades pinching together, we're going to try as much as we can to not go up and in together like that. We're trying to keep them at the same level. So you almost have to think of down and in together in order to maintain the proper alignment. So I have my shoulder blades slightly down and they're pinching in together. Holding here. Holding. Pinch the shoulder blades in a little bit more. Now while I'm doing this, I'm pulling the fronts of my ribs down and in as well. So I'm compact here in the front and back of my body. And release. Draw the shoulder blades in together, slightly down. Pinching those shoulder blades down even more. Lifting up tall through the back of the neck. Arms stay lifted. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. And release. We're going to go 2 more times. If you're not feeling heat back here, it means that you're not taking your shoulder blades and bringing them in close enough. So really make sure that's what's happening. You should be feeling a lot of work back here. 2 more times. Here we go. Shoulder blades, draw in together. I'm pinching the bottoms of the shoulder blades together. Draw them down your back. Lifting up tall, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. And release. Final one. Here we go. Shoulder blades down and in. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. And release. Very good. So that's the start. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to create movement of the spine with the shoulder blades. So I'm going to protract those arms forward. I'm going to curve my upper back. So I'm stretching between the shoulder blades. Now, draw the shoulder blades down your back. So if you notice how I moved my shoulder blades first, I'm initiating from the shoulder blades and then lifting up through my chest. Opening the collarbone bones up to the ceiling. I'm pulling those shoulder blades in together a little bit more, and that increases my arch of my upper back. Let's go again. My shoulder blades move forward. Then my spine moves into a curve, stretching between the shoulder blades. Then shoulder blades move. Then they pull down even more to lift me up into my arched posture. Make sure you're not just leaning back. This is an upper back arch. So imagine there's kind of a limbo over here and you're going opposite. You're going up and over the limbo line. And let's go again. Arms reaching forward, curve between the shoulder blades. Draw the shoulder blades down and in, pinching the shoulder blades down. Lifting the chest forward and up, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good. Turn your palms down to face the floor. We're gonna add a little rotation into this. So I'm gonna pull my right shoulder or my right elbow back, keeping that elbow up at shoulder height. I'm pulling this back. Now, if you notice, my chest has not really rotated. It's staying angled straight forward. The thing that I want you to think of here is that right shoulder blade is pinching in toward the left shoulder blade. So I'm working on those same muscles here without rotation to start with. Pinch that right shoulder blade in a little bit more. So you're pulling that right shoulder, that right elbow back as much as you can. And release. Let's go to the left side. Just pull the left elbow back. I'm pinching my left shoulder blade into my right. Reach that right fingertip forward. Left elbow is pulling back. And center. Right elbow pulls back. Pinch that right shoulder blade into the midline on your back. Little bit more. And center. And left, pulling back here. If you're not feeling a lot of heat on your back, means you're not pulling the elbow back enough. And center. One more time each side. Right elbow pulls back. And center. And left. Pinching the blade in. And center. Now pull that right elbow back. Lift your chest up and twist. I'm twisting just my upper back. So for posture's sake, we're working on a key foundation of posture, which is keeping the chest lifted. The shoulder blades are really supporting my spine here. But then also my rotation is coming from my upper back. And center. Left elbow pulls back. Lift up from your chest to rotate to the left. Keep that left hip forward. And center. One more time each side. Right elbow pulls back. Lifting up through the chest. Pull that right elbow back even more. Pulling back even further. And center. Final one. Left elbow pulls back. Lifting the chest up, twisting only that upper back. And center. Release your arms on down. Okay, so now reach your arms straight forward. Take those arms up. I'm going to go ahead and pull my shoulder blades. So do you notice I have this movement capability in my shoulders? Pull the shoulder blades down the back. So I'm locking them into place right back here. Then lift the chest forward and up and arch your upper back. So I'm not going here. I'm not going way back here. I'm thinking of lifting up and over. And release. Arms come up. Set the shoulder blades down and in on your back. So pinching them down and in together. Then use that to lift your chest forward and up. I'm leading my lift up from my sternum. And release. 2 more times. Arms lift, shoulder blades pull down and in. Lift the chest forward and up, arching your upper back. Keep pulling the shoulder blades in together. And release. Final one. Arms lift up, shoulder blades draw down, arching up and back. And release. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and lay down onto our tummies. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my hands here to the sides of the mat. I'm squeezing my glutes to tuck my pubic bone down into the mat. So now, just like we did with our seated exercises, I'm pulling my shoulder blades down the back, I'm going to keep the movement, the arch of the back, initiated from the shoulder blades. So shoulder blades pull down and in, and I'm arching my upper back, forward and up. Now my back is doing so much of the work that I can lift up an arm, or even both, and I'm still at the exact same place. The arms are just there for a little bit of support, but I'm not pushing myself up from my arms. Now when you're up here, another posture thing that we want to think about is the neck. So I'm not lifting up like this. I'm nodding my chin down into my chest. I'm keeping a long back of the neck. Lower the chest down. Let's go again. Shoulder blades, pull down and in on the back. Use that to lift your chest forward and up, arching your upper back. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and down. Let's go again. Shoulder blades back and in. Lifting up, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and down. 4 more times. Shoulder blades pull in together and down. Lifting up, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and down. And shoulder blades set. Lifting the chest forward and up, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and down. Last one, shoulder blades. Arching up a little higher this time. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and down. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the fingertips down by your hips. We're just gonna move the shoulders. So now this is one of those exercises. I'm gonna demonstrate this sitting so you can see me. You can do this laying down, or you can always do this as a warm-up ahead of time, just kind of sitting like I am. We're working on shoulder rotation. So I'm rotating my shoulders open and down, open and down. Rotate the shoulders open. So, just because we've pulled our shoulder blades in together does not necessarily mean that the shoulders are in correct postural position. So this is something that we're trying to work on here to complete the picture. So shoulder blades are pulling here, but my shoulder itself is internally rotated forward. So in order to complete the picture, we rotate open, and then I have, and set the neck, and then I have my alignment, okay? So here, roll those shoulders back. Here, roll them back. Good, 2 more times. Curve forward, then I'm rotating them, rolling them, and setting them back. Last one, release, then open. So we're gonna do that laying down, okay? And we're gonna add on. So I'm here, I'm rolling my shoulders open, reaching my fingertips toward my toes. Keeping those shoulders rotated open, I'm lifting my chest forward and up. So I'm keeping the shoulders rotated open, and I'm pulling the shoulder blades down my back to help lift me up even higher. And release. Let's go again. Shoulders rotate open. Find your most open position. Pinch the shoulder blades down the back. That lifts you up, arching, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and releasing back down. Let's go again. Rotate the shoulders open. Lifting the chest forward and up. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and down. And rotate open. Lifting, holding for 3, 2, 1, and down. Final one. Shoulders rotate. Press the back of the neck up to the ceiling. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and down. Very, very good. Let's come on up onto our hands and knees. Okay, so to complete the picture, so we've worked on shoulders rotating, the shoulder blades pulling slightly back and down. Then our final kind of picture for our posture up here is the neck. And this is kind of the Achilles heel for a lot of people. Because of driving and computers and everything, our necks tend to be very far forward. So we want to focus on pressing the neck back and lifting it up as much as we can. So a really useful tool is you can either fault sometimes is I push the back of my neck up against the wall. So I'm just going to show you with the band. I'm going to put the back of the band, and you can use your hands as well. And again, I know this looks weird, but I'm going to push my head back into the band. And when you do that, you should feel this lovely stretch happening in the back of your neck. So I'm pushing my head back, but I'm not doing that. I'm nodding my chin into my chest and pushing back, and releasing forward, and pushing back, and releasing forward, and pushing back, and releasing forward. 2 more times. 1, and release, and last one, 2. So those are called head nods. Another way that you can do it is by laying down on the floor. So I'll show you one more way. And this is one of those things that seems kind of silly sometimes, and I used to think so before I started, or when I initially started teaching. But I've come to understand how important it actually is, the longer that I've been doing this, is this stretch here is really going to set your spine. If you set your neck correctly, the rest of your spine tends to follow. So really getting that stretch back here is going to be super important for your posture. So that same exercise that we did there, the head nods, if you lengthen, so it's almost like someone has my ponytail right here and is pulling my ponytail along the mat. So there's going to be some double chin action here, actually a lot. You're going to be nodding your chin so much into your, in toward your chest. But that's okay, you're getting your stretch. So you're going to nod your chin in, and I'm pushing the back of my head slightly down into my mat. So I'm getting a little bit of that pressure there, and that helps give you your stretch. You're just going to hold this and just wave your head side to side. Press down a little bit more, and then go ahead and release. And then let's lift up. I'm here, I'm setting my posture. I have my neck, I'm nodding my chin slightly down, I'm pressing my neck back and up. My shoulders, I have them rotated, open, I'm pulling the shoulder blades slightly back and down, I'm lifting up with the chest. And there's your posture. And so theoretically, no matter what you're doing, you will always carry that with you, walking or sitting. Thank you so much for joining me through this kind of little posture series, and I can't wait to see you back in class when we open up again. Thanks so much.